Alrighty then, I'm fucking back, and I'm kind of pissed because what I found out was this little tidbit and piece. But what I actually found out was that I wasn't recording through my actual mic on my desk. I was recording through my fucking webcam mic. Which is always ironically fucked up when you do something like that. But, I mean, it happens, but it just made me... It sort of cracked me up at the same time. I was like, fuck you, fucking... Oh, shit. It's probably just easier to laugh than fucking trying to get pissed off with that. That's just fucking hilarious. Anyway, so let's go with this, shall we? Okay, so as I was saying... What was I talking about? Oh, right, yes. I was talking about some of the new stuff that I was getting up to. So currently I'm waiting on a hard drive to arrive for a repair that I'm doing, which I fully pulled apart a laptop. Waiting to get paid for the rest of it because I paid for the hard drive and the person that gave me the money to do it for it and everything else. So that's alright. Waiting for that to arrive. That hard drive should arrive. Don't know. It depends. We'll see when it arrives. We'll just see when it arrives. It shouldn't take too long. I don't see it taking more than a week at maximum, if it's going to take that long. It might not even take that long. But no, what else? The workbench computer so far has been working well. I've got new carpeting in the repair area, or the workshop, which is fantastic, by the way. I'm fantastically happy about that fact that I have now got fucking carpeting in there. I will thank my dad and give my dad kudos for helping me with that. And he did quite a good job as well with it. I helped him move a bit of furniture and stuff around, and I did some initial stuff myself, but he wanted to make it a little more, sort of keep, slice everything together and sort of make it a little bit more neater. So it looked good, looks good, looks great, feels great generally to walk on, and not too bad with the chair either. At this point, I want to do a lot of stuff. I mean, there's a lot of different things I want to do with my channel, but obviously I'm going to expand upon that during the year. I've been doing a lot of streaming lately as well, though I'll probably do some more streaming later. So the other side of it too is, what else have I been doing myself? I don't know, I've been trying to keep myself as busy as possible. I want to get a new video camera because, as you know, I had a problem with this video camera on this recent update. This is the problem I have with this fucking video camera. Because pretty much this part is come out, which is around here somewhere. I have to find the fucking part. It's actually fell out. I need to glue it in so it doesn't fucking fall out anymore. But the other side of it too is this camera's not really... I mean, it's okay for some things, but it's not fantastic, to be honest. It's rather shitty, to be truthful. No, look, I'm going to say it's, for what it is, it'll work when I need it to work for certain things. But it's not going to be the ideal camera that I'm going to use. I'm currently bidding on a camera, which I'm not going to say much more about that, but I'm bidding on a camera which charger basically was fucked, and it was a more expensive camera that looked interesting, and I'm like, okay, well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So what I'm just going to see if I get it. If I don't get it, I don't get it. If I do, I do. I'm not majorly miffed, and to be honest, I'm not going to rush it. I'm not going to gripe about it too much if I don't get it, because I can always go invest the actual money into a camera. But this is a... We'll see. We'll just see. As I'm trying to do things on a relatively cheap scale, so, or not cheap, but budget scale. So I'm trying to get us things as the best price I possibly can. At this point in time, what have I done? What have I been doing? I've been fixing a lot of machines. I fixed up a machine for a client, which I'm waiting for her to pay. The other client, I'm waiting to get the final payments when I put the hard drive in and everything else that's fixed up for them. I just got to install Windows and stuff, but shouldn't take that long, to be honest. What else? As I said, fixed up the repair area. Did a reinstall of the workbench computer. I also found out that there was a weird issue that I couldn't quite work out. This weird little issue that I was having basically was that every time the BIOS, or every time that you had the BIOS in general, right? Every time that you would reboot the computer and say BIOS would get reset or something, or something like that would happen, it would cause a screen flickering. For whatever reason, it would cause some type of screen. I'll say it again. screen flickering, which was kind of was like a white sort of thing, and it made me think the video card was faulty at first. And no, the video card didn't end up being faulty, so it wasn't actually that. I bought a new video card anyway, and I wasn't going to gripe too much about buying it because I wanted to get a better video card for that computer anyway, because the one it had was only had 1 GB of memory, and the one I got now is 2 GB. So yeah, it's generally a better card. Got that, put that in there, fixed that up, running like a dream really right now, or it has been. I don't know whether it still is. I'll have to check on it, but once I do check on it, it should be reasonably okay. So anyway, checked on that, did that, and I'm thinking, okay, hold on a second, I've done that, and that. I mean, there's a fair few things I've been doing. I was also interested, well, I had somebody interested in my desktop computer, but the problem is that I don't believe they're local, they're interstate, and I don't want to have to cover warranty for an interstate repair sort of thing to go, because that's a lot for me to cover. Generally speaking, it's just easier for me to say no. Look, I'm not going to do that. And on top of that, I've never posted a tower personally. I always sell towers locally. I prefer to sell them locally than selling them on the internet. Most of the time when I'm selling components on the internet, it's always small components. It's never large ones. I wouldn't even probably know where to start with packing a tower. I might, I'll probably be able to have... I don't have a general impression of how to do it, but it's just not something I've ever done. I've never posted a tower, or, basically posted a tower in the mail. So, yeah. Aside from that, what else? Let's see. What else? Aside from that, pretty much, I've just been, keeping myself busy, trying to do things. Updated a few things today, deleted a few old files and stuff off my computer, did a bit of a clean up on it. Generally cleaned up my room a little bit, things of that nature. It's been a reasonably good week. I talked to a friend yesterday who's just typing stuff on Skype, and talking about the Clinton and the Hillary. Clinton. The Clinton and the Trump election. And I'm just like, fucking wow. Like, some of the shit that I've heard that this man has done, and some of the shit that I've seen, and some of the stuff that maybe the percentage, it might be small, percentage might be rumours, but I don't believe it's all rumours. And I mean, at the end of it, if you want somebody in government, you need somebody with a fairly stable head, a fairly level head. And put it this way, just don't give that man any nukes, because we're all fucked if that's the case. Aside from that, I'd probably say that Clinton seems a little bit more level-headed than Trump does. Trump's just, yeah, okay. I mean, there's always, especially in government, you've got to be a little bit tactful. You got to have some tact, just not a complete amount of tact, but some. I mean, he hasn't had, with the amount of comments and the amount of things that he said that have been, well, downright disturbing in some ways. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just don't see it. No, I'm sorry. I don't. It's just not my cup of tea on that one. Mind you, I mean, Australia has its share of dickhead politicians. No argument there. Every place, I think, every country to some degree is going to have their share of dickhead politicians who don't do the right thing by people. Or they don't generally do the right thing by the country, or they don't generally they're not that, they're generally just not the type of people. Like, they don't look after people. I mean, the other side of it too is as an argument. I think this morning I was talking about cybersecurity and fraud and scams and stuff like that, and not just that, but also corruption in government in general. I don't think that everybody is corrupt. Don't get me wrong. I don't think everybody in the government is corrupt. I think there's just a certain degree of people in the government that... It's always the corrupt ones that make it look worse for the people who are actually trying to do the right thing and actually get the, stuff done for the people and actually help people, generally. But the truth is that there's always going to be that. That's just inherently how life is. Now... I don't know. Back to Trump. I mean, some of the interesting stuff that I've heard about him. I mean, okay, so apparently a couple of things. I mean, I don't know. I'm going by stuff that I've been reading on and off. So let's see. Supposedly he went bankrupt 5 times, and then some people claimed it was 16. I don't know which is true, and I'm going to say that either could be true. And the other side of it too, you got the opposite people who are going to turn and say, well, but he brought himself back up from that being bankrupt. But still, I don't reckon it makes you a good businessman if your business goes completely bankrupt in that, in a given time frame. I mean, that's just, yeah, I don't know. And I know America's always been that way. It's like business, business, or run things with business. I don't know. And, he's got such a strong stand on immigrants and bringing other people into the country. I mean, look, don't get me wrong, I don't... There's always going to be extremists, like, people claim it's like, oh, fucking extremists come into our country and they come from Syria, they come from Muslim laws. My point is, the point that I'm trying to make is there's always going to be extremists in every religion. The problem is they make it fucking fucked. There's extremists there is extremists in Christianity, for fuck's sake. I don't know why this thing turned into religion, but anyway, my point is, there's always going to be extremists, there's always going to be people, that do that. And the other side of it too, I mean, I think everybody has the right to have freedom, generally speaking, because there's a lot of countries that don't necessarily have as much freedom as America does. I mean, America has a good amount of freedom, to a certain degree. I mean, not with everything. I mean, Terrorist Act, it's different. Obviously, if you're considered a terrorist, you have no fucking freedom at all. But my point that I'm trying to make is that, it's... I don't know. I think if you inherently think about some of this stuff, I mean, there's nothing wrong with... Okay, there's nothing wrong with wanting to make America a good country. I mean, it has fallen by the wayside with some things, and I agree. It's become more selfish in its focus, not caring a lot for its people to a certain degree, especially in the low caste bracket as well. I know this because I've seen it firsthand with some of the people that I used to talk to, and I agree. Okay, no argument there, but I mean, fucking. I don't know, as I said, just don't give that man any nukes. We don't need him to have access to nukes. That's just bad. That's a real bad thing. But aside from that, what the fuck else have I been doing? I mean, I've been doing a few things around the house. I've been mucking around with a few things. I did some stuff yesterday with my nephew. Talked to my nephews for a while. They weren't doing too bad. I slept pretty well last night, which was good. Woke up probably about 3 a.m, I think it was. Yeah, it was probably about 3 a.m. So before 3, it was like 2 a.m. or something. Because I slept pretty solidly for a while, and then I woke up and I'm like, fuck, I can't go back to sleep. So I'm sitting there and I'm just mucking around online. I had to refill an electoral roll thing, because we had to update our details, basically, because we changed our address. But fuck, I don't know, I wake up this morning, I'm like, yeah, muck around the internet, do a couple of bits and pieces, obviously. I always do my Facebook and social media stuff, and generally I want to talk about cybersecurity and scam artists. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I know there's scam artists in general, like talking about that. I mean, okay, I don't know, I've got my majority of, let's see, calls on, okay, calls from Indian scam artists, and I'm not being racist. I'm just pointing out that most of these scam calls I get are Indian in nature. So I'm not saying Indian people are all bad. No, this is not what I'm trying to reflect at all. I'm just trying to point out that most of the scam calls that I get are from Indian people. Indian accent anyway. My point is that, or the relevance of it is that the percentage of this stuff, as far as I'm aware, is, them scamming old pensioners and stuff out of their money, especially for the fact that most of these people don't have enough money to sustain themselves for a given situation, that's just sickening and disheartening, to go after the elderly or the weak-minded or people who just can't defend themselves or have no defense against given things like that. And it really does sicken me, and it kind of, it just makes me think, well, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Seriously, that's moral and ethical dilemma all the way. So, you know what? I'll be honest, I don't think the world's all bad. I don't think everybody's a scammer, so I don't think everybody's out to get you. But there's always going to be a certain degree of people who are, or they either try to convince you of something, or they try to convince you of a particular situation, or they want to say that this will happen or doesn't. I mean, look, at the end of it, the truth of the situation is that there's going to be people out there that are always going to take advantage of a situation. Sadly, but you know, I mean, you can't avoid that. But I mean, you know, all you can do is probably put really safeguards in place to sort of prevent it from not being as readily, or not making it as readily, not making it as easy for them to be able to do it. Pretty much. So yeah. At this point, I don't know. It's not been a bad week for me. I've been feeling pretty good. I haven't really felt out of sorts for a while. I've been trying to relax as much as possible. You know, trying to take a chilled form of nature. Most of the time I try to anyway. There's other times where I rant off and I get fucking angry about shit. But you know, there's always going to be those moments too. You know? I think we all get angry. That's just natural. Do I get more angry than I should sometimes? Yeah, I admit that, because maybe it's just that I've overthought the situation, and maybe that's something that I do from time to time. I admit that. But I do know that so far I've been correct in my assumptions and the things that I know so far, so, you know, I'm not going to say I'm wrong. But I can admit when I'm wrong, but I'm not going to say I'm wrong about the situations that have been currently happening in my life and sort of things that have been going on there. But no, I digress. It's all pretty much even at this point. I'm thinking, you know, what a bad day. Well, it's not a bad day. It's like, what? No, okay. Well, let's be realistic here. It's fucking cloudy, so it can't decide whether it's going to fucking rain or not. So it's not really a negative day. It's just I can't decide what the fuck I'm going to do day. Basically, you know, just it's like God or fucking the universe is just going, fuck this shit, I have no idea what the fuck I want to do today. I'm just going to fucking sit here all day, make it look like it's fucking sun shining, and then slightly bring out some fucking cloud, and then maybe piss down rain in the afternoon. Most likely, I think that's what's going to happen. I'm going by the sky, and I'm going by outside my window, though. That's good, though. I can open my window. I mean, I don't have a great view like I did in my old room, from, you know, onto the street sort of thing, but it's not too bad. It's a good enough view to say, well, I can figure out what the weather's going to be today, and then of course I can look on my computer, but, you know, it's going to be a shitty day, it's going to be a good day, sort of thing, but, oh, God. But yeah, the truth, and so far I've figured out myself, is that, oh, sorry, what am I saying the truth for? My point is, it's a good day. Well, so far it's been a good day for me anyway. I woke up fairly early. Haven't really had any bad luck, per se, like anything bad happening. Most things have been working pretty well. This computer's chugging along nicely, doing exactly what I fucking tell it to do. The only the only negative thing I had, but it was only because I didn't actually check to see, because I originally thought the microphone was set to my desktop microphone, which it wasn't. It was set to my fucking webcam, which I was like, what the fuck? And then, you know, as I said, I cracked up with laughter, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. You know, it's none of the random shit that happens anyway. I mean, as I said, you know, I think that's anything that pisses me off about some things in Windows and certain things. You'll set a default setting, but that default setting sometimes just does not fucking stick at all. It's almost like it's just inherently, it's like cursed. It's cursed by the gods. I don't know. Anyway. No, that's not too bad. I'm not doing too bad today, so I'm going to say I hope everybody's having a good day. Mine's reasonably okay at the moment. I've been trying to get as much as possible done. Well, I mean, it's all been stuff on the computer I've been doing a bunch of stuff on my websites and everything else, so I'm mucking around with that. Also re-registered some Samsung accounts and stuff because I was having some problems with that initially. I think I need to reset something on this, do I? No, I don't. Never mind. It doesn't. Anyway. Thought I had to reset something on my mobile. But I reset a couple of things, and I also had to set my Xbox back up because I need to reconnect to the internet because I changed the password on a few things. But yeah, no, everything's in order, or everything's in relative order. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's in the order that I want it in, and it's organised the way I want it. Basically, it's organised the way I want it, and it's feeling good that is, you know, I feel my sense of order and organisation is in front of me, and I feel like, so, yeah, this is fucking good. This is what I want. This is how it is. This is how it should be, sort of thing. So it's a good morning in that sense of things. I want to do some more stuff. I'm waiting some stuff. I'm waiting for some stuff to arrive in the mail at this point. It's a couple of things, little things, I think. Also waiting for a mask to arrive because I'm going to wear a mask when I'm doing streaming and stuff. And a pirate hat. I'm going to wear a mask and a pirate hat. Why the fuck am I going to do that? I have no idea because I fucking feel like it. It'd just be funny, interesting. Maybe it'll have some relevance. Who knows? Aside from that... Oh, shit. It's just, yeah. Life is but a dream. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Life is but a dream. Life is but a dream, sweetheart. So I'm going to say big hug to everybody. It's a beautiful morning. I'm feeling pretty reasonably chilled today, so I'm going to try and relax. I might have a couple of green teas. Green teas sound good, actually. I might have green tea. I've already had a coffee, so... I've already had my coffee. We salute you, coffee. And why? See, I've got a fork in here. This is actually a fork. This fork, I need to wash this cup out anyway, but this is actually a fork that I didn't realise it fell underneath my desk, and it was at the back of where the power, where is it? Where the power board was, and I didn't realise it was sitting there. Luckily, it wasn't really that dirty to start with, so it wasn't an issue. I just didn't realise it was there. Until I went, oh, hello, and I pulled my controller out, and the cord sort of pulled it with it. So, aside from that, I'm feeling pretty good today. I'm feeling reasonably okay. So, trying to relax, get some things together. I'm probably going to put this up on YouTube, most likely. What else will I do with my time? Oh, yes, and this is the graphics card, actually, by the way, that I ordered, or I got, for the Workbench computer. Quite a cool little piece of kit. It's a 630 GT, not too bad. 2 gigabytes of memory. So it does. It's I'll say it again. GDDR5. What else? Well, as you know, I had a couple of things. I got a refund on. I got a refund on that camera. I got a refund on my knife because it broke after about a week of use. And this thing right here, it's not giving me very accurate readings, so it's sort of making me scratch my brain. So I emailed them to ask them what they would do for me, and they offered me a refund, and I took the refund. So I'm getting a lot of refunds lately. On the plus side, that's my point. I'm getting a lot of refunds, but I'm getting the money back anyway. So, I mean, at the end of it, as long as I get the money back, at least then if I want to invest money in something else, I can go for that later. So, we will see. We will see. Stay tuned. I have more stuff coming up, obviously, at a later date. What's it going to include? Probably some gaming videos and some more streaming. There's definitely going to be on the list. And what else? Yeah, just a ton of stuff. And I want to grow my channel more, to be honest. That's something I want to do. So we'll see how we go. Thank you. Like, favorite, and subscribe as per usual. You can contribute to my Patreon campaign. You can contribute to my PayPal donation link. And if you're interested in my repair services, you can also go to my website, which is www.computerrepair... sorry, say it again. www.fallencomputerrepair.com. You can go to that address and you will find all details of my services and things that I do, and obviously links to all my social media stuff, including Twitch, including YouTube, everything pretty much. It's all there. So you just head on over to it. It's www.fallencomputerrepair.com. Good site, by the way. I set up the domain recently, and I set up stuff for it anyway. It's linked. It links in with my repairs, but it also links in with other stuff as well. It shows some of the work that I actually get up to from my repairs. A lot more detail and stuff. So I need to put a few more in. But actually, I could add a couple of photos. So I might do that today and add some photos to that and see how I go. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, mamma mia, cacciatore. I don't know. I think green tea is in order. Green tea goes to my head. Anyway.